Hey guys, so I'm here today with my August book haul. This is the biggest book haul of my entire life, and it's actually going to consist of two parts because I have 66 books to show you. Basically what happened in August is I ordered a bunch of books on Amazon.com, and I also went to New York. I actually just flew back from New York, so I went crazy. New York, if you've been to New York, you know that it's the city of books, and it has a bunch of really interesting bookstores, great independent bookstores, Barnes & Nobles as well. So it is a great city for book lovers, and I could just not miss the chance. So most of the books that I'm going to show you in this two-part book haul are books that I got from New York. But on part one of this video, which is this one, I'm going to show you the books that I got online from Amazon.com, and I'm also going to show you the books that I got in New York, but from little independent bookstores. On the second half of the video, on the second part of the video, I'm going to show you the books that I bought at Barnes & Noble in New York, and most importantly, because I wanted to save the best for last, I'm going to show you the books that I bought at the Strand bookshop. If you haven't heard of it, the Strand bookstore or bookshop is probably New York's most important and biggest independent bookstore. It is right in the corner of, I think it's Broadway and 12th Street. It's just a landmark of the city. It's 18 miles of books, and because it's a rare independent bookstore, they don't have like the usual thing that you see on regular Barnes & Noble or other bookstores. Here you will find really great picks, used editions at a very, very cheap price, signed editions. You will also find really rare editions, books that are out of print that you could not get anywhere else in the city, or at any other Barnes & Noble, or not even on Amazon, as is the case with some of the books that I bought. So when I get to the second part of the video, I will let you know what those rare finds were. But for right now, I'm going to start showing you the books that I bought on Amazon.com. And I have You Deserve a Drink by Memory Heart. I really don't know what this is about, but it seems funny and someone recommended it to me. I also have Openly Straight by Bill Konigsberg, and I've heard great things about this one. I also have The Humans by Matt Haig, which has been talked about by Jen Campbell, and pretty much everything that she reads I will try to read. I also have Cat's Eye by Margaret Atwood, and I saw this book in, where was it? I saw it over at Max's channel at Well Done Books, and I found this beautiful hardback copy of Neverwhere. Neverwhere is probably my top 3 book of all time, and it's my favorite Neil Gaiman book. It's the perfect urban fantasy. It's just one of the most incredible books ever, and I was able to find this copy, which is better than my other copy, you know, the one that I had read before. This is a hardback, and it has this beautiful thing on the inside, which is the door, which if you've read Neverwhere, you know how meaningful that is to the story. And also this has like a prologue, an introduction by Neil Gaiman, and also it includes a short story by Neil Gaiman about the Marquis de Carabas, which is supposed to be really great. Then I also have this graphic novel, Fun Home, by Alison Bechdel. I bought this one because I was going to New York to see the musical adaptation of Fun Home. I saw it, and I didn't really like the musical that much. I don't know if it was necessarily my cup of tea, but I'm willing to give the graphic novel a go, even though I've never read a graphic novel in my life. I also got The Metamorphosis and The Metamorphosis and Other Stories by Franz Kafka. I also have The Other by Thomas Tryon. I have, this is one that I'm dying to read, Among Others by Joe Walton. I have Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. I have Geography Club by Brent Hartinger. And last but not least, I have I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. So those were all the books that I got on Amazon.com. Now I'm going to move on to showing you the books that I got in New York, but in some little independent bookstores. So the first two books that I got were books that I got at a secondhand bookstore, which was great because these were pretty good copies, and I got both of these for $2. The first one is the Mysteries of Sherlock Holmes, and this is an illustrated hardback, and it was $1. And the other one is The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells, which is like a classic. I don't know, I like this copy. It seems kind of old. And yeah, $2, both of these. And then the other little independent bookstore I visited was this great place on 18th Street, West 18th Street, called Books of Wonder. And basically it's like a children's bookstore, but it specializes in like really old and rare editions. And so I got books that I wouldn't have been able to get anywhere else. For example, this copy of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, which is a classic that I've been wanting to read for a long time. And this is like a really beautiful hardback copy. Then I also have this kind of novella or short story by E. Nesbit called Men's Size in Marble. I also got my very own copy of Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. And I've never read Mary Poppins, but I just picked it up at the store. I started reading it and I was immediately hooked. I also got Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick. He wrote The Invention of Hugo Cabret, and even though I didn't love that book, I definitely was able to appreciate what it was and the format and the presentation and everything, so I wanted to continue reading more of his work. And the last one that I got at Books of Wonder was The Boy Who Lost Fairyland by Catherine M. Valente, the fourth book in the Fairyland series. So those are the books that I was going to mention in this first part of this August book haul. On the next part of the video, you're going to see the books that I bought at Barnes & Noble, and then, you know, I saved the best for last. You're going to see the books that I bought at the Strand bookstore. So stick around and watch part number 2.